Everybody, hello. If you've got us on the new live stream link, thank you, a million thank yous. I have an apology to make, everybody. I've completely messed up the test stream, which has caused AD and myself a lot of stress in the last 25 minutes. So that's just being honest. I've completely messed up. When we're doing the test stream, we use the same stream authentication key. For the live stream, hello everybody, hello. Use that up. And if you've got us on the new live stream doesn't exist on that, a million thank yous. So if you've tweeted out or Facebooked or Instagrammed out the new link, thank you. I really appreciate it. God, I'm pretty sure, I hope we both get the hang of this at some point. I really do. We'll have it so it doesn't literally cause us to have aneurysms every Wednesday. Yeah, he just said he's had one in my ears. That's how it feels. But we are now live. So thank you so much. I hope the hour has seen you well. The extra hour this week. So we are going to get on and should we do some painting? Oh gosh. So anyway, yes, big thank you. Quick thank you as well before we run the credits and get started with the painting. Big thank you to everyone who's subscribed this week. If we've got some new faces, it's great to see you. Please do drop in and say hello. We've got some new lighting this week. We've got a giant piece of canvas this week. Part 2 of monochromes. We're going to probably put some gold and some silver in, if I'm honest. Okay, so that's what we're going to do this week. And massive news. We are almost at 10,000 subscribers. Unbelievable. I mean, this week has just been crazy. Everybody really responding to the content so well. So thank you so much if you've just done that during the week. Really grateful. And we'll try not to keep messing things up, although it's entirely my fault this week, nobody else's, so lesson learned. Thanks, YouTube. Anywho, so I think without further ado, I'll just do a quick systems check with my esteemed colleague. Dude, is everything, all systems go? Okay, we'll go now to intros and let's paint. And we're all back. Are we all back, my lovelies? Oh dear, I've just broken my mic. hang on, everyone. Right, hang on, everyone. Just while we do this, ladies and gents, and I'll readjust my mask, he said, standing on the canvas he's going to paint on. You may remember, I don't know if you can remember, for week 2, if you joined us, we did a light coloured one, and we did a dark coloured one. Well, the dark coloured one, which is called Time Machine, has been completed, stretched around the frame, and we want to show you that. So AD shot, bless him because he's awesome, took a quick video earlier on, so we're going to play you that anyway, just before we get the cans of paint open, to have a little wander around one of the paintings we did from the live stream, and I'll reattach my microphone. Right, okay, I think we're back. Ladies and gents, I think we're having a few teething problems with Windows today. We had to reboot the PC literally with 2 minutes to go, so Windows 10 is not our friend at the moment. It's causing the broadcast software to keep not sending up a not responding signal. So, anyway. Lady's just talking into my ear, everyone. Okay. We're not quite sure what's going on. I don't know if we've got a bandwidth issue or something like that, guys and girls, but I'm just going to press on regardless. I've got to blame it on the weather here, actually, to be honest with you. So, if this is causing a problem your end, if you can let us know, obviously, please bear with us. And Aidy's on control. Give him some love tonight, because the poor man's having to deal with all the technical stuff while I'm just faffing around in here, enjoying myself. That poor man is having to deal with everything. So, but yeah, we rebooted and updated, and sometimes we're having just some issue we're not quite sure about at the moment on Windows, which is affecting the streaming software. So I don't think it can handle all we're throwing at it, to be honest with you. But anyway, we're going to press on regardless. So we're good. Aidy's just going to go and switch on the extractor. And right, so let's go and see what we can see this week. If you're new to the stream, then you might see on this giant piece of canvas, this is what we're going to do tonight. Okay, gosh, that is loud. I don't know why I should be surprised how loud the extractor is, but I've got my ear defenders on and it just sounds very loud. Anyway, so this is going to be a continuation of Monochrome Week. If you were here last week, then you might be familiar with what we were doing. So we're essentially just painting in, well, black and white. Now this week we're going to be doing the same thing, but this week I'm going to introduce a few different colours. So, okay, we're back on corner cam. Hi everyone. Okay, no problem. Okay. So, we're going to go now, you should be able to get the, what we call the PTZ camera, because that's what it says on the box. Hello PTZ! So this is an angled and zoom and wonderful piece of equipment which has cost a small fortune, and you're going to be able to see the painting develop on here this evening. So again, if you're new to the stream, welcome. I think Paul Ambler, this is your first time. Hi Paul, hope you're doing well, nice to hear from you, my friend. So I'm going to, wherever we are currently looking, I'm going to mix some paints up, which is a normal thing that I do. It's quite a strenuous affair. Oh Lord, what a day, what a week we've had. Got to be honest with you. What have all your weeks been like, mad? Crazy? Oh, it has. Full of drama. Had a guy taking photographs, yes, coming doing some painting shots yesterday. Such a nice guy, based in Stroud. So we'll be posting some photos out of all the action shots of me painting and all that kind of stuff, and some nice shots of me and Aidy together. So it was a real privilege to spend some time with him. We'll post some links out for next week. Brendan, his name is, lovely guy. Just doing some photos, some mug shots for us. Okay, which is nice, so that's good. Okay, right. Shall we run through some hellos? Funny Fox, good day to you, sir. And Bob's, and Zane Taylor, Tanya Woodford, hi guys. Brianna Leon, hello. Nuaf Turkey, hello, how are you? Trudy Pring, hello. Elizabeth K, yes, bonjour Trudy, I hope you're well. Daniel Martlett, I recognise you from YouTube, I think, Daniel. Yes, you left some comments this week, didn't you? Thank you so much. Yes, nice to welcome you aboard. Hello. Big Worm says smash the like. Yes, boom, smash the like. Naomi and Wendy, good day to you. James McCormack in Brazil, good day to you, sir. Rooftard! Good afternoon, evening, Rooftard, I should say. Ewan Sank. Can I just say, ladies and gents, right? So, Ewan is from I've got to give Ewan a little shout out. His media and wonderful company of digitalness is called Disruptive Thinking, and he's based down in Bristol, not a million miles away from us. Who's been helping us with some of our data collection from all around the interweb and all manner of other wonderful things. So a big shout out to Ewan, very nice to see you, and his colleague Amy, who might be watching as well this evening. So that's great, welcome guys. Right, which camera are we on, buddy? Okay, so let's have a look. Hopefully he'll zoom towards me a little bit. It's very unnerving, this. Oh, is somebody watching me? Yes, I think you might be. Right, there we are. So if you're new to the stream, check this out. This is the chest cam. So first person cam. So chest cam, giving it to you live. Oh yeah. Right. So that's chest cam. So you all managed to find us on the new link, guys and girls. Thank you so much. You're really uber pleased. I'm so sorry I keep causing the problems. I can't drag AD into this. This is entirely my doing. Anyway, so what we're doing now is I just want to get some paint out. So let me fill you in with where we're at, right? Because we're really going to have some fun tonight. Okay. Hello, Avril Spencer, and you've subscribed. Thank you so much. My pleasure. Hope we can entertain you this evening. Yes, Ian Holmes, he's not fashionably late, we were. Okay, great. Right, so, I'm going to give you the basic premise of what we're going to do here tonight, ladies and gents, and actually I'll do it while I'm talking. Now, let's see if I can walk and talk at the same time. Right, here we go, let's get some paint on, So, I'm going to do something a little bit unusual this evening. Now, I've only done this technique once before, and because it's monochrome week, and I recall having done it. Yeah, let's get this scraped off. Look, we're on chest cam, you say, yeah? That's cool, buddy, thanks. Yeah, so I'm going to get my scraper out, because obviously I love my scraper. Oh, yeah, do you know what? I'm going to use a new one. Should we go for it? Let's use a new one. Okay, let's get a new one. Yeah, so right, so where was I? Yes, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use, this is slightly, God, this is where I can't get this off now. No, is it going to come out? Okay, looks like we're using that scraper then. It's alright, yeah, AD says tap it on the floor. There's another one here, look, I'll just use that one instead. The joys of live painting, look, it's great. Yeah, so, I'll get back to my story in a minute. Oh, James, no, you haven't missed anything, it's a valid point. What basically happened is we always do a test for the equipment just to make sure everything works, and then normally there's a different sort of 16-digit key that authenticates the software together, and I used up the one that was destined for the original live stream this evening, and of course when you use it once you can't use it again on the same URL, so it means I had to change the URL over, which is why we're now streaming on a different link. So like I said, apologies for that. Okay, so back to the story. So yeah, this evening what I wanted to do was try and recreate a technique that I used a year ago, maybe? Yeah, probably was a year ago, in the new year maybe of this year. And I'm not sure I really got a name for it, but the basic premise of what we're going to do, I say we, is I'm going to do a border of white. Now normally if you've seen base coating, I go over the whole thing, pretty much just cover everything, but tonight I'm not going to do that, and there's a very good reason for that, and that's because really I'm going to cover up everything that's in the centre, and actually I don't want the white paint to mix with it. So it could be a little bit difficult to see on the overhead, but what I'm doing is basically just doing a rough square rectangle all the way around the outside. Now, I don't really want to leave the canvas bare all the way around, so I'm just going to make sure that, knowing in my head what I'm doing, I just want to spread some of this out, but leave a little bit sort of raw canvas in the middle. So it means as I bring the paint out towards the edges, and you'll see what will happen as we get on, then you'll see, or you should see, that I'll only get the paint mixing together on the edges. So this is just going to give a really nice effect as we move on. It will come clear, I know it sounds a bit weird at the moment. So I'm just getting the base coat on now. This is just literally just to fill in the divots on the canvas. You know, it doesn't take a PhD or anything to run this kind of coat round. It's literally just giving it a rough skim coat. So I've taken the paint out of the can neat. It's not thinned, just literally popped around the place. Alright? Okay, so there we go. So you can see on the corner cam now, I'm just literally just popping a coat around everywhere, and I'm leaving this kind of oval shape in the centre. I mean, like I say, it doesn't have to be exact, but it'll do. Alright, so that's a pure white. Now the reason for that is because I want to add a, say it's monochrome week, I should just be using the two colours, but you know what? I mean, one of those like, oh, just get on with it moods. So, okay, what I'm going to do next then, what I really want to do is have a selection of complementary tones to go with this now, which are loosely based around black and white, but I'm going to add in some metallic silver, metallic gold, and I think I'm probably going to have to introduce a little soups on a cream. Now, as long as you don't tell anyone I'm cheating, then I think I'm going to count this in as being part of my monochrome palette, even though theoretically it isn't. Okay, so let's get some of that out. Now, what I need to do to be able to get this technique to work, and I've really got to be honest with you, I don't know if it's going to work, is I need to thin my paints down. So, if you've seen previous paintings being done, you'll know that I'm quite a fan of thinning stuff down. Now the paint is quite thick when it's in its raw state. Gloss isn't as thick as semi-gloss, but fortunately tonight, at the moment, I'm just working in the gloss, because this is going to look really nice. And yes, Bob's metallic, yay! Now the reason I want to work in gloss tonight is for two reasons. One, as I start to thin, it actually creates a chemical reaction with the gloss compound that actually reduces its glossiness. So the more thinners I add and the thinner the paint becomes, the less glossy it is. And this is one of the techniques that I can use to mess around with the textural or light reflecting elements of the paint. So yes, I mean, it really just does come down to, oh, still my shoelace up. It just does come down to the amount of thinners that I put in sometimes, but of course, depending on what you're trying to achieve will depend on the amount of thinners that I have to put in. So, but that's all really, that's all. So, let me explain what this painting's all about then tonight. Oh, my chest cam's fallen down a bit. Okay, so, like I said, I did one similar to this about a year ago, called 61 Deep, and it looked like a load of mountain ranges when I'd finished, and it was, you know, got these wonderful blooms and everything all over it. Well, so what I want to do now, as you can see on the PTZ here, I'll come a bit closer. I'm going to be putting in, some streams. Well, I can't really think of any other technical word for it, of paint. I'm going to stand in the middle here. It's going to sort of come from each end, and I'm going to lift the canvas and I'm going to try and coerce them into these sort of shapes and mix them around. And over that, I'm going to try and loop some golds into it and some silvers and sort of meander those and bring those round. And I've got to be very, very careful with the black because I don't want to overdo it. FYI, this canvas will have a finished size of 3 meters by 130. So I've cut the canvas at 320 centimeters by 150 because I need to have 10 centimeters all the way around to stretch it round the frame. I can imagine though that on the overhead it probably doesn't look very much like that. It probably won't look that big, but actually sat in front of it now, you think, oh, okay, that's quite big. That's quite big. Okay, so the one thing I want to start with then is the silver. So Bob's, look, which camera are we on, buddy? Corner cam. This is we put a light here as well this week, so I'll probably look like I'm a lobster. Or I've got some horrific suntan. So if we just go up, I don't know if you can actually see it, but it's a beautiful silver metallic. So I'm going to get this on first, and this is going to form part of the underpinning of the painting. Okay, so So now we're on PTZ. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to start and get this on, and I want to really do this in 2 waves. I'm just quite concerned that this isn't thin enough, so do you know what I'm going to do? I need this to travel, so because I want this to form the underpinning, I don't really want to see too much of this when it's finished. I am going to give this a mix, pop a little bit more thinners in there. When this goes on, this is literally going to go everywhere, which will be quite interesting. Okay. Right, okay, here we go then, guys and girls. So, where am I going to go? So if I'm going to pull it down towards that end, right. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready? Here we go. Which camera are we on, buddy? No, that one's, PTZ's fine. Yeah, right, okay. So here now, I want to get this on, and I want it to pool a little bit here. I don't want it to go too far. Oh God, that is so nice. Right, okay. This metallic is absolutely insane. It's got a 15 micron diameter pigment powder in it. It's just absolutely beautiful, and it really reflects the light so well. So now what I've got to do is try and get this sort of down there. Just going to do my GoPro up a little bit because it's just falling down. There we go, that's better. Okay, so yeah, let's go on to chest cam and let's see if I can manoeuvre this. I'm just going to lift. Who uses brushes? I'm going to lift this and I'm going to send it that way. There we go. There we go. What's that look like on the corner cam? So there we go on the overhead. Let's just get this sent down there. Okay. Right, that's what I wanted. That's what we want. Okay. Now that hasn't gone very far, so I now need to correct that. So I now need that a lot more watery.
Do it! Just do it! Yesterday is set tomorrow, so just do it! Make your dreams come true! Nothing is impossible! No, what are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can!
Okay, so thank you. Shia LaBeouf says just do it, yay! So now it's got some thinners on, let's see how far. Okay, I want to get that sent down. There, quite a bit. Right, let's get that down there. That's fine. Okay, I don't mind that. I can work with that. I need to get some more thinners on that. Okay, so this is my normal mineral thinners. Let's get that on there. Right, so that is okay, but it's not what I want. So come on, Ed, think, how am I going to correct that? Part of the, I say part of the joy, when it gets stressful, I'm not sure joy is the right kind of word, of being an artist is knowing when something feels right and when it doesn't. And there are no rules to that because we're all individual. But right now that silver hasn't quite gone the way I want, so I'm really now going to go in with the grey. Now, you know, I'm not a big grey fan, admittedly. There we are, give that a wallop round. Lovely, we'll go straight from the can. But I have to say, as an underpinning, it's great. It's kind of that midway tone between black and white, and of course with grey. There are 1,000 variations, millions of variations of it. So, right, okay, there we go. Well, there we go. Let's get this on. It's just, like I say, I just want to get this. Will end up disappearing by the time we're finished. Okay, so that's chest cam. So I'm going to use a slightly different tool now. Again, I'm just having to think on my feet and react a little bit. And this is all because the silver hasn't quite gone where I wanted it to go. So, you know, never mind. Right, it's gone the overhead. So I just need to get this out. I need to make a few. Okay, I like this little curve. Let's get the shapes dealt with. It's getting a bit slippy actually over here. That's fine. Now I need to deal with the silver. So where am I going to send the silver? Let's see. Alright, so that's fine. Now, because I put the base coat on of white, of course I've got it mixing in a little bit. That's okay. I just want to get this spread out. I'll put some more silver over in there. Let's just get this gone somewhere else, because I don't want it here. There's too much of it. That's alright. Let's just get that out of the way. Okay, so my line... Oh, look, I've dropped my scraper on the painting. It's going to be one of those nights, you can just tell. Alright, so back on the overhead, that's fine. Right, my line's too defined, so when I'm getting the next load of paint on, I need to be careful on my line, but that's alright, I can deal with that. Give it a walk round there, Tanya, yeah, I know what you mean. Right, okay, so the next thing I want to do, so I've got to be so careful on my black at the moment, I want to get some cream loops on, alright? Now, as in times gone past, I've kind of gone mad with the black, but on this occasion I've really got to be very measured on the black. I think you can see on the all cameras at the moment now, I'm going to get some cream on, but I need to get my cream into some loops, and these have got to be some really carefully, doesn't look like it, does it, but applied loops, because I almost want these to soften up the lines, because I've got quite a defined line on the silver. I've really got to think about now how I'm going to soften it up. So that's fine up there, I've got the cream, that's fine. Don't mind that at the moment, that's reasonable. Little drop there. Okay, so I'm just opening up these soft little arcs now. So what have I got? 3 and a little one, plus a splodge at the top. Okay, I can live with that. That's fine. So again, remember this is all quite watered down. I say watered out, thinned out. Let's have a look. No, I found Fox and Tanya. You saying about purple and metallics, right? So, if we can whiz just to the corner cam for a moment. Funny that you should mention this, because today, and I'm going to show you, I took delivery of the most insane colours. I want to show you these. Right, so next week we are going to do Pearl a week. You heard me right. So this is the little dabs on the top. So I've got Pearl Violet, Pearl Blackberry, that's those two. Believe it or not, I've got Pearl Green, Opal Green, I can't really see that. That's a Pearl Midnight Blue, oh my god. And I've also got Pearl Orange, not my favourite. And I've got Pearl Red, and I got Pearl, that's called Genetian Blue, I don't know what a Genetian is. And then I got Ruby Red, and these are all pearl colours. So they've got a tiny pearlised crystal in them. Oh, you should see them, they look insane. And, we're still on corner cam. Look, isn't that nice? Sparkles. No, you just you can't see. In there, you've got like a holographic flake as well. So we're going to use sparkles. So, guys, Funny Fox and was it Bob's or was it Ruth or Wendy? Tanya. So next week, I think we're going to have to do Pearl Week. Yeah, we'll have some fun with the pearl colours next week. Yes, got to be done. Right, that's next week. Anywho. On to this week. Now, we may have a slight problem with audio on the overhead cam, so my wonderful colleague is going to try and fix that. So we're going to go to the overhead cam, and I'm going to talk for a bit, oh there's a shock, and just see if we can resolve it while I'm chatting to you guys. So if there is some echo or anything, then I apologise against some technical gremlin, you know. Okay, right, fine. So while we're doing that, so I've got applying the black. Okay, we've got everything on. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get some gold on because we need some metallic gold, don't we? Okay. So I think what I'm going to do now, before I pick the cameras back up and move it again, actually, shall I do that now? Right. Okay. I think what I'm going to do, because I'm quite aware that I've got some gaps in the middle where of course there is no paint. I'm going to have a little manoeuvre of this while we're on the PTZ. So which way am I going to go? Let's just move this. Right, let's just get that moving just a little bit. Okay, so that's gone that direction. So I think what I'm going to do is spray some thinners on and get it moving backwards again. Okay, that's fine. Right, so I'm going to get my scraper back. Actually, I think what I'll do, I'll just quickly grab this, because I want to give this a little bit of a new manoeuvre in places. Yeah, so just to fill in just for a second, normally, well, what's been happening the last few live streams is, of course, obviously we're together for about an hour, and I'm always quite aware that you guys have got lives to live, so I don't take too much of your time up. But I then sort of keep going with the painting after that, so they can look a little bit different by the time, you know, you see them a couple of weeks after when they're all completed, but that's good. So there's always elements of things that need to be done. Okay, so eager to try and get some shape into this now. I'm just going to maneuver some of this into some alternate shapes. So don't forget, all right, it's not a painting at the moment because I'm still thinking about where I get my underpinnings and knowing what I'm about to do over the top. I'm then trying to think about, okay, how do I kind of subdivide this up so that everything kind of fits together. So it all will become clear, I promise you. Even at the moment you think, okay, interesting, Ed, I don't know where you're taking this. But like I say, I'm trying to replicate just the techniques anyway, not necessarily the painting, but of what I did before with this painting called 61 Deep. So right, I'm just going to talk to my colleague out in control for a second, ladies and gents. If you disable desktop audio and just let me talk, let's see what happens, alright? Okay. So am I not coming through on mic? Does it? Okay. So we're in the dark then. I think you'd lose the stream then, mate. Oh, audio back. Really sorry about the audio, everyone. I'm really sorry. I really am we're at our wits' end with it. We'll keep going. I'm just really sorry. Okay, so we think we know what the problem is, ladies and gents. We really apologise about that. We had to reboot Windows and it's defaulted back to a particular output setting that's causing us to have audio on 2 channels instead of 1. But once we start we didn't have the time with 2 minutes to go to reset everything. So we're really sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to talk to AD for a second, everybody. Yeah, the only thing would be to go into sound in the Windows settings and make sure that the mic is set to mic or to the Realtek mic, and that the other one is set to speakers, which is the normal output method. But whether it's done that or not, I don't know. We're just going to check this, everyone, just to see if we can pull this back for you. Let's just let the gold settle down for a minute, and then we'll be back. Ah. Mm-hmm. Well, you're plugged into speakers, aren't you? Okay. Mm-hmm. Bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Right, so if hopefully, am I back, buddy? Am I back? Okay, right. Ladies and gents, it only seems to be a problem when we're on the overhead camera that we're getting the double echo. So when we do go onto the overhead, AD will tell me we're on the overhead and then I'll be quiet. Really sorry about this. I really am. We will eventually have a live stream where it all goes really well. Anyway, would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay, so we got some gold on. We're on the PTZ, are we, buddy? Yeah. Okay. Right, so I'll tell you what we're going to do now. Now we're back in the room. Thanks for your patience. I'm going to get some black on now. So I'm only going to apply this in very small amounts because of what I'm going to do afterwards. It's probably going to spread like a you-know-what. Alright, so while we've kind of got clouds and lightning and everything going on now, I want to put a little, oh, there's a drop, a little bit of definition on there with the black. Now the black is fairly watered because I do want it to move, but then I'm going to tease a little bit of semi-gloss in there, but I'll talk to you about that in just a moment. So for now, I just want to work a little bit of black in here, and I'm going to use some very interesting sort of flicks. I'm just going to, so that I need it to have this quite rounded organic tone, I really want this to be full of twists and turns, which is the whole point. So let's see how we get on. So we're still on the PTZ, are we, buddy? Okay, let's see how we get on. Okay, let's get a few of these in. So these are just, I haven't got a technical term, but I want to try and oppose them if I can. Well, that's quite a nice one. There we are. That's what we want. That's what we want. It's nice and subtle. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Right. Right, so I'm going to talk on the overhead, just because Ada's doing something out in control. So let's see if we've managed to do anything there. I'm going to take my shot glass and I'm going to empty it a little bit. So now what I'm going to do a quick loop, and I'm going to come from the centre. I want to touch, kiss and come out and do a loop at the end, alright? So that's where we're going next. Okay, let's see if I can, always have to practice my loops. Because you get it on, you can't get it off again. Right, let's just go for it. Yeah, nice. Nice, right, got a little symphony going on now. Right, let's, right. Now, I'm mixing two paints in to the same shot glass here. So I put a drop of silver in because these are all these little wisps. And what I want to do now is just bring this the other way. But I have put a drop of silver in. Now, I think actually, because now I want to start and tone down the black. So that's quite enough black actually for now, because I don't want this to be the dominant colour. If I can just find my tool that takes the lids off the paint. The trouble is it's so crusted in paint it looks like exactly the same as everything else in here, so it's quite camouflaged. Quite well. There we go. Okay, no probs. Right, let's get the silver. You can probably see on the PTZ cam there that things are starting to develop quite nicely now, so let's just get a wallop of silver in there. Not too much. Alrighty then. Right, so okay, so I need one now. I really want one to go in the opposite direction. I'm quite concerned about this here, so I'm just going to pull it from here and let's go. Oh, no, chest cam might be a bit different. There we go. So let's see. That's not bad. Now that's put a little dash of silver in with the black, which I'm quite pleased about. So I want to really accent some of these colours now, but I don't want to go nuts on the black. So using the shot glass I was using, I'm just going to add drops of silver until I start to filter out the depth, if you like, of the black. And I just want to put in some little curls emanating from the middle, just to bring some of the textures out. So let's think, which way am I going to go with this? If I came, that could just be a little kiss loop, like that. There we go. That's all right. I like that. So now I don't know if you can see that. That's got a slight. It's like this. I don't know what you'd call it, like a little banding almost. So we get a dash of black and then top it with silver, and I'm going to replicate that again. I try not to. Oh no, it's just fallen over. Oh god, it's really going well, isn't it? Right, let's try that again, shall we? Okay, so I quite like that little loop there, but I want something through the middle here. So there we go. That's fine. They're just subtle things, that's all really. Okay, drop, I've got to be careful with the volumes that I use in here. Let's get a dash of white in there as well. You can see that on chest cam. So you can see in there, look, I've put white, I've got silver and I've got white and I've got black, all in the same shot glass. And then I'm going to apply this, and then this will have a really kind of nice, I don't even know what to call it. It's just a nice effect. Right, so I want to bring this through here and do some curls out this side. Alright, that's nice, that one's gone on quite nice. And now I've got all these little spirals and things coming from the centre now. I want to bring something out this side. So I've just got enough in here just to do a little sort of, I don't even know what you call it. There we go. Just out to the side, little soups on there. And I think I want to mirror some of these very tiny little droplets on this side as well. So let's do the same thing again. So I'm going to go black, and I'm going to go white. Okay, let's get some white in as well. Thanks for your patience, everyone. What's been so far a very difficult technical night for us, but again, like I said, we really appreciate it. Okay, let's okay, that's fine. Let's get those on, and then we'll finish the black off with little sort of Oh God, nearly went then. Put all on there and let's finish that. There. So the black's probably going to spread quite a bit now, but it's going to make these really interesting blooms in as well. So let's just have a look at that. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look up here. Now the gold is really shining now. I wish you could see this for real. I mean, I'll be able to give you some proper photos when I take them, but that gold is just absolutely beautiful, and they really do make it just totally transform the paintings. Okay, so I'm fine with the black, no more blacks going on, that's completely enough already. But what I do want to do now, because we've got these quite, I don't know what you call them, I'll run out of words for technical things. These blooms, these quite sort of staccato-ish, almost thorny kind of applications. Now, like I mentioned earlier, so your things will come full circle. What I really want to do now is soften all that up a little bit. Now, because we're sticking with the kind of loose monochrome theme. Okay, where are we? What I want to get is... Thanks, James, regarding the audio. That's kind of you. Yeah, we're battling through it, my friend. Okay, so what I want to do now... No, I'm not going to go semi-gloss just for the second. I'm going to go gloss. And what I want to do now is put some very small white loops in, and what this will do, because this is a slightly now thicker paint because I haven't thinned it, this is going to help me now add some definition. So I'm literally going to, this will be fairly liberal, so we're going with the normal paint. Oh, let's put this on the table, shall we, Ed? That's a good idea. I'm hoping, you see, if I'll probably leave this and we might just have a little bit of fun. Can you see the black one over there? We're still on chest cam? Yeah, so we painted this last week as a base coat. So when we finish off tonight, I'm very tempted just to do something completely random on that, just to show you what happens when you pre-coat a canvas. Right, all cameras we're on now, so here we go. So I'm going to get some white loops on now. These are hopefully going to keep their definition because the paint is a lot thicker, and this is where we'll really have some nice free-flowing loops and arcs and twists. So you've not been paying attention, Derek? Shocking. Yeah, glad you clicked a like. Alright, so this will just soften everything up now. So what I'm trying to do now is be very mindful of where I'm actually putting my loops and my twists. So we'll keep on all four cameras because I think you can see 4 different angles at once. This just really just takes you kind of eye off the intensity of the black. So I think if I pull in another one, difficult to know where to put all these for the best. And then a giant one through the centre is what I need. Right, so how am I going to get around there? Oh Lord. Let's see if I can get across there. I really, it's funny, just loose monochrome, yes. Maybe I shall loose monochrome series. What I want to do is try and bring one out here, but I'm going to have to do it the other way. Can I do it reverse? Or a reverse sweep? If I tried one of those, that's how I go. That'll do. Oh, a spiral of seeds and a black trifid. Oh, black trifid's good, isn't it? That's a good name, right. So I'm thinking from a balance point of view, I now need to echo that from the end here, and I've just run out of paint, so let's get one of those bad boys back on there. And then I'm very tempted to put a couple of seams of gold just through the white, but we'll see how the white pans out. Because I want this to be, I don't want it to be dark or oppressive. There we go, and I just brought it back slightly. That's better. That's better. I can live with that. Let's pull one out for here as well. There we go. Woo, that's better. So as we get less volume of paint in the pot, the lines get thinner, which is good. So you can tend to have a little bit of fun on that. Okay. So we just calmed everything down there a little bit. Now one thing I'm tempted to do. I got up too quick. Give me a second. Okay. Apologies for breathing. Obviously, it helps to keep alive. Okay, have a look at that. So, what are we doing? Okay, that's reasonable so far. I quite like that. I think I'm tempted to leave that now and come and do something on the black, just because I don't want to mess with it. Now typically what I may end up doing is maybe tomorrow is adding some more defined loops onto this, and it will just help with the shapes. But if I do that now, it's just going to bloom like it has done with the white. But you know, as far as we go now, pretty okay with that. I'm just going to tap in. There's a couple of places where we're a little bit light on paint. Yeah, so we've got a little bit of echo on the overhead cam. Sorry guys, we'll definitely have that figured out for next week. Again, thank you for your patience. On the plus side, may I remind you that by this time next week we'll be on 10,000 subscribers, so we'll be running a competition on how to win one of the originals. Which camera are we on, buddy? Fabulous. Right, overhead cam's still echoing. Okay, apologies for that everyone, but thanks for your feedback. Yeah, we're going to give a painting away if you don't know. Want to reach 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. So we're only a few hundred away now, so it's going crazy, which is amazing. Thank you for your support. So we'll figure a competition out, and we'll see if we've got time to launch it next week. We've got to have a think about what we're doing first. Okay. So, you know, with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, because you've got to be in it to win it. Got to be in it. Lovely picture of me there when I was about 12. Actually, that was the day after I signed the lease on this place. So that's back in 2012. That. Okay, right. So I'm now going to leave this for a little while. I just need this to settle down. There's a plenty of volume of paint on it. We've had a little bit of fun. You know, I've got my rough kind of shapes in here, which is nice. I do want to do something to it that more defines them with some paint, but that's going to have to wait for this to skin over. So we're looking at least maybe tomorrow afternoon or something, before it's skinned to a suitable level, that whatever I put on top doesn't mix with it, if that makes sense. So I've got to judge the timing of it now, just so I can get these more subtle loops in, you know, which I want to do. But for now, that's going to have to stay as it is, but that's fine. Okay, right. So, thank you, Zane. Much appreciated. Looks great. Yeah, thank you. Oh, thank you, Funny Fox. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Yeah, we do try. Thank you, Wendy K, about the movement. Much appreciated. Umpuku to do by a Diane West. Thank you. And sorry I got your name wrong. That's easy for me to say. Right, okay. So that now really for tonight, my friends, is the giant monochrome. I think we'll just leave it there, but you know, obviously do check back next week, maybe next week, the week after. We should be in a position of showing you the finished version, which I will continue tomorrow. For sure, absolutely continue tomorrow, but for tonight, that's enough. That has to stay as it is. That's cool. Okay, right, so technically we're working in these colours, and I'm very, very tempted to shout out to you, pick a colour for that one, but I think it's going to have to be white. So let's see, 54 minutes. Thank you everyone for watching so far, and not running away to go and make your tea or go to work. Who wants to do that? Okay. Right, so let me have a think just for a moment what I'm going to do. Okay, I think we need to go, what do we think? Should we go defined or should we go completely nuts? I don't know. I'm tempted now, because this is just for fun, just to throw some paint on and see what happens. But so let's just see what happens. So I think what we're going to do, okay, let's just thin down some paint. So I think we should probably go with some white. What do we all reckon?
Do it! Just do it! Yesterday you said tomorrow, so just do it! Make your dreams come true! Nothing is impossible! No, what are you? waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can!
So Ian, very good question about painting sessions and length of time. There's no hard and fast rule, to be honest, my friend. I'll give you, for instance, now with this. So this is what I would call layer number 1. It's not completely typical of how I paint, because normally layer number 1 is this, where it has a base coat, even if it's just a skim coat. But in terms of this, then I'll wait now until I'm at a point where I can put another layer of paint over where it won't blend. So like I said, that's probably tomorrow afternoon, maybe even sort of Friday afternoon, I'm not entirely sure. But when I'm happy with that, I'll put the loops on. The loops then will need 2 or 3 days at least to cure, let alone if I want to go over the top of that. So much will depend, Ian, on the type of effects I'm going for. So I just need that knowledge, or I have that knowledge about how the paint works, so I can make those decisions based on that. So it's as much knowing what the paint does and doesn't do, as which is the bit that really kind of dictates the timing, if that makes sense. And then it just depends on how many layers are going on. For the very complex multicoloured ones, then yes, each colour goes on its own level if I don't want them to mix. So then it'll be 2 or 3 days between each one. And whilst the applications may not be more than 20-30 minutes, by the time I've mixed paint, got change, got the health and safety sorted out, all that kind of stuff, and the application done, but then I have to wait and of course tie up all the space in here. It's just a complex logistical process as much as anything else. Anyway, thanks Ewan, much appreciated, that's kind of you. Okay, let's have a think. So would it help if I move this forward a bit? Okay, right, okay, so I'm going to throw this on. So it's up to AD which camera he uses, but I'm going to count us down. Okay, here we go. So, are we ready? So we're going to just chuck this and get a nice little bloom. Well, I might do a little wrist flick actually, yes. So I'm going to go that way towards the back. Okay, so let me just shout out to AD. All good, mate? Can I go for it? We're on chest cam only. Right, okay, can we see this? 3, 2, oh, better get over here. 3, 2, 1. Okay. There's a nice big sploosh, or whatever the technical term is. Don't you wish your job was this? Alright, what else have we got? Right, now, I hear what you're saying on the purple, but I think theoretically I should stick to the monochromes as well. Look, we're going to do pearls next week anyway, so right, okay, I think then let's get a cream on. I'm going to do a cream, there we are, slightly less, and then I want to bring in our old friend Gold just to finish that off, and then we're going to give it a little spray and a little skadoosh. There you are, that's the technical term, straight out the can, old school. Let's give this a bit of a skadoosh. Now see if I can oh actually, I wonder what we could do with that. Shall I come from the same place? Tricky. That's chest cam, right. Let's give this a little... Okay. Let's get a drop of gold on there, lovely. Let's have a drop of silver. Let's give him a spray and walk away. Right, let's go... So we're almost at the 1 hour mark, ladies and gents. Thank you for sticking with me. Right, which camera are we on, buddy? Thank you. Chest cam, there we go with the lovely metallic silver. So let's give this a little bit of a drizzle up this end. Keep the metallics together. There we go. Happy days. That's that done. And now, what do you reckon? Should we give this a good old skadoosh, or should we give the special sauce a go? I think we'll give the special sauce a go. Right, are we on chest cam, mate? Right, here we go. Let's give this a skadoosh in with the woo, nice, with the special brew. Wouldn't want to drink it. That's what it does to paint. What would it do to your insides? Try to think. Oh, nice. Okay, let's wax them over there. Bizarrely, I think I might just get some little black arcs on here just to put something into the ether.
Do it! Just do it!
Okay. So let's just whack a. Look, this is not going to do anything. This is just for fun. This is just because I can. All right. So don't all write in going, what? What are you doing, boy? White splinch, nice. Yeah. Opulent flare, nice. Ooh, yeah. We all like gold. Special sauce, absolutely. Funny Fox, yes, actually I could do a negative of the other one. Well, the big one. Yeah, that could be interesting. I'd have to have a little play. James Cormack skadoosh, yeah, skadoosh is a great word, isn't it? Have we got Kung Fu Panda to thank for that? I think we have, haven't we? Right. Okay. Right, okay. I mean, I would love to now stick some purple or some burgundy. Oh my lord, can you imagine that? Into that, but that's fantastic. Okay, so there we are. There we are. I quite like that's a bit spacey, isn't it? I'm tempted just to just not massive amount of thinners, but I think we'll spray some on. Is that? Oh, so we've got Robert De Niro just commented. Is that the? Andy does a far better. Which camera are we on? He does a far better impression of all the Hollywood actors than I ever could. But if that, I mean, if you're the real Robert De Niro, thanks very much. All major credit cards accepted, by the way. I've heard you got a couple of quid. And Mr. De Niro, don't forget to subscribe, all right? Can you tell Mr. Pacino he needs to do the same as well? Oh dear. Me and Andy will come over and install one for you, all right? That'll be quite cool, isn't it? You probably answer the door. Hey, wait, what are you two schmucks doing here? You bought a painting, Mr. De Niro? Really? Oh dear. Right, okay, little spray, just for fun. Don't write in, it's just for fun. Right. Okay. So, ladies and gents, let's recap because I don't want to keep you too long. Okay, so we have done what will be a finished 3 meter long by 130 painting, and I'm going to stop there with the layers from tonight. We've had some fun with some monochromes. We can see how this pretty much developed and dissolved because it's quite wet with thinners. So we're going to leave that for tonight because it's losing some of its shape, but that's okay. I'm going to get it back as it starts to dry. So I'm quite happy with our little monochrome experiment tonight. I like that. There's 4 or 5 colours on it. Thick of paint, lots of textures, lots of metallics. Happy days, pleased with that. And then we've had a little play with the other way. Yeah, we can just see on the overhead now, can't we? Yeah, really nice. Mountain ranges, that isn't it? Like a topographical map of, I don't know, somewhere with lots of gold in it. Anyway. So we've also had a little play just with the canvas from last week. All I really did was we did a quick base coat on that last week and left it for a week to dry. Just literally having some fun, just what's left over in the paint. Sometimes you do these things, it's a good way to experiment and to test, but you know, that is just literally just throwing paint around, which is quite fun. Anyway, just before we go, I think actually, do you know what? Are we still on chest cam, buddy? Let's just get it. Let's just see what. There we go. Look. Let's just get the thinners on. Put it in one direction. There you go. See what happens to that now. Right. That is now done. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in on the alternative link this evening. We are so grateful, and sorry we've had a few technical gremlins. I completely blame myself and Windows 10. We're both to blame. Hey ho, there you go. But thank you to Adi, who's done a magnificent job, and I'm sure we can all give yourself a round of applause, buddy. I think you deserve a round of applause. So everybody, thank you so much for tuning in this evening, and we hope that the 7:30 time slot has been a bit better for you. Thank you so much for commenting, because we love to hear from you. If I haven't managed to speak to you this evening, 1,000 apologies. there's lots of plates to spin when we're doing a live broadcast, and certainly sorting out the technical things so that your viewing pleasure is not interrupted too much is obviously a priority. So thank you again for watching. Remember to hit the subscribe button. If you think someone else would like this, send it to them. Send them a link. Tell them these two crazy dudes do something every Wednesday and you should go and have a look. We're just having some fun. That's the main thing, okay? Just got to have some fun. So thank you so much for watching. We're going to do the same next week. We'll be live again at 7:30 p.m, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you're in the US. Thank you to everyone over the pond who's watching, and wherever you are in the world. It's been an absolute pleasure, just as it always is. Next week, Pearls Week. Yes, you heard it here. So thanks to those two suggestions earlier on from Tanya and from Funny Fox. So we'll get in with the really nice metallics, do something big and colourful and beautiful next week. Run and tell your friends, and thank you so much again for watching, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed it. Leave your feedback and your comments, and a new video coming out every Friday on life as an artist and tips and tricks on how to do things. So that's it for this week. On behalf of Adi and myself, we're going to leave you with the credits now, and all being well, and fingers crossed we sort the gremlins out. We'll see you same time, same place next week. Thank you for watching.